Unfiltered Poverty.
Hello and welcome to the first edition of the Unfiltered Politics, the show where we pull back the curtain on policy, personalities, and the power play shaping our world today. My name is John Joseph. I'm the host. I'm a final year student of mass communication, Lincoln University, Nigeria. And joining me today is also a final year student from the business admin, Miss Medina Musa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, politics can often be a shouting ground for people to discuss about, but we are different. We are focusing on the insight and not the insult. So today, whether you are a policymaker, whether you are just here to understand the headlines, we are glad that you are joining us today. So today's today's episode, we'll be talking about the new tax reform impact. So Yaomi is a business student that is going to enlighten us more about the impact of the new Tax Reform Act. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here.
So, number one question that I want to ask: how will the new tax reform, right, impact low-income earners and vulnerable people like the students and all these petty traders?
So, before now, low-income earners has been paying tax even when it is not okay for them, because even when it is not okay for them for food and transportation.
Okay.
So, this new Reform Act protects low-income earners by reducing or completely removing their tax burden. Like individuals now that earn low incomes, they are either exempted from tax or they pay significantly less tax burden. So, and they also make essentials affordable for them. So, this reduces financial burden, and it also promotes a fair tax system.
Okay. So, oh, thank you for the insight. Like before now, I didn't know this because this is a new year, and when this law was passed into, I mean, when the bill was passed into the law, everybody, even my mom, that is not even earning up to the amount like 50 million per year, everybody is now complaining about tax. Even our seller, you cannot transfer to them. They want you to add big charges because of the tax and everything. So thank you for the insight. So the second question I'll be asking, Nigeria as a whole, like we have a lot of corruption going on in the country. And recently, former governors, former people that hold like important role in this country are being investigated for fraud and everything. So I want to ask, what are the measures in place to ensure transparency? Because now everybody is a must now for paying tax, right? If you are eligible to pay tax, everybody is paying. So I want to know, what are the measures in place for transparency?
Okay, so the measure that has been put in place for transparency and probably accountability is that they are going to use a digital system
Okay.
which makes sure that tax revenue are properly tracked and monitored. And they also have oversighted bodies and audit mechanisms that are strengthened to reduce corruption and make sure that the tax funds are being used for public services like education, infrastructure, healthcare, all those things.
Okay. Thank you very much. I actually hope they will utilize our money because we start protesting if we're not seeing the use of our money. At least now we can actually have a cause to fight towards, to protect towards.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So the last question, because I would not like to keep you. The last question. So how will the tax authority support taxpayers, especially these small and medium enterprises? How do they support them?
Okay. So the tax reform, they recognize that small companies do not have accountants. And like to adapt to this new tax is not going to be really easy. So they put in place paying systems for digital systems for filing and payment of the tax. They simplify the tax regulation. They also provide guidance and dispute resolution mechanisms to help the taxpayers. And with this measure put in place, the compliance stress is
Okay.
going to be less on the taxpayers, and it also encourages small businesses to operate formally.
Okay. So thank you. Thank you for answering our few questions. And I hope you guys at home have learned one or two today. Even me, I'm enlightened because we learn every day. So we learn every day. So thank you for coming, and we hope you answer our call next time we are calling you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Unfiltered politics.